With Man of Steel coming on DVD and Blu-ray, I thought I would instantly compare 1978 Superman with 2013's Man of Steel. And I will be talking about Superman 2 because, let's face it, General Zod was the main villain in that film. Now, which story was better in telling Superman's origin story? Well, I gotta say, both films do this in their own unique way, but I gotta say, Man of Steel gets this one because I think it was more clever in the way it told the film in flashbacks of Clark's struggles and him discovering his powers, where there was that in 1978 Superman, but it just kind of felt rushed on, where the filmmakers thought, oh, you don't want to see that, you just want to see him Superman, so we can't make it too long. So I gotta say, Man of Steel gets that one. Now, who was a better Superman, Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill? Well, there's no doubt who had the cooler costume. It's Henry Cavill. But I gotta say, his performance-wise, I gotta give this one to Christopher Reeve, because I always had a feel he had a better idea of who the character is and knew what to play on, where Henry Cavill, he comes across as too confused and stiff for the most part. Not that his performance didn't get better as the movie went on, it did, but I just don't think he had put much thought into it the way Christopher Reeve did, and through the most part, yeah. But I'm looking forward to the sequels and seeing where Henry Cavill will take the character. And he's not doing Christopher Reeve, no. He's playing his own version of Superman, which I admire, but I wish he put more into it the way Christopher Reeve did. But who knows? I mean, there's more sequels to go by. Now, who was a better General Zod? Michael Shannon or Terrence Stamp? Well, much as I like Terrence Stamp's cool confidence, like, I will win, I will rule because I can, I gotta give this one to Michael Shannon. Because he brings more layers to the role of Zod. You know, unlike Terrence Stamp, who he was just plain evil. But Michael Shannon puts more tragedy on the character, who he shows that he didn't really start out to be the bad guy. It just kind of happened that way, which I think was perfect. I can't help but feel Zack Snyder told Michael Shannon, look, don't do Terrence Stamp. Be more like Gary Oldman in The Professional. And that's what Michael Shannon does. He brings a sort of insane intensity to the role of Zod that Gary Oldman brought to that crazy cop in The Professional. So this one goes to Michael Shannon. Now, who was a better Jonathan Kent? Glenn Ford or Kevin Costner? Well, both actors do play it differently, and they both play it to a good perfection. Although I wish Glenn Ford got more screen time, because he had such a interesting presence. You know, Glenn Ford's Jonathan Kent knows his son will use his abilities for the good of mankind, where Kevin Costner's Jonathan Kent doesn't want his son to use his powers. He wants his son. He's trying to surround his son with such normal environment so people won't think of him as a freak, which I think was played beautifully. But the way Jonathan Kent died in Man of Steel, it differs from the way he died in 1978 Superman, where it shows that Superman can't do everything, where Superman could have saved him, but Jonathan Kent told him not to. I don't know, maybe I'm stretching too much. Now, who was a better Jor-El? Now, Marlon Brando or Russell Crowe? Well, I gotta say, both actors were good, but Marlon Brando brings a more theatrical element to the role of Jor-El, where Russell Crowe is good, but for the most part I felt he was just being Russell Crowe. It's not bad, but I'm just saying. And the way they made Krypton look, well, I like the crystal planet of Krypton was good in 1978 Superman, where in 2013's The Man of Steel, it looked more like a cross between Avatar and Lord of the Rings. which was not a bad look. I mean, it was both unique in its own way. But I gotta give this one to Marlon Brando because I loved his tearful speech in the end before he sends his son off into space. Because I thought that just kind of brings you to tears in a way. Nothing against Russell Crowe. He was good in his own way. But I gotta give this one to Marlon Brando. Russell Crowe's a good actor, but he's no Marlon Brando. Let's face it. No way. So Marlon Brando gets this one. Who was a better Lois Lane, Margot Kidder or Amy Adams? Now, I liked Margot Kidder's energy and enthusiasm, where Amy Adams came across as too world weary, but in a way I think she did a little bit better because she showed she wasn't always some damsel in distress. She can be tough, and she didn't swoon totally at the drop of the hat of Superman because she was just curious to find out who he was, not to fall in love with him, where Margot Kidder got swooned with him. So I guess, much as I like Margot Kidder, Amy Adams gets this one. Now, who was a better Perry White? Jackie Cooper or Lawrence Fishburne? Well, there's no contest there. I gotta give this one to Jackie Cooper. Now, I like Lawrence Fishburne. I really do. But in most films, he's either charismatic or intimidating, which, like in the Matrix films, he was both, but Jackie Cooper gets more to play on. He has more enthusiasm and charisma, where I felt Lawrence Fishburne was just kind of there. Now, the fight scene, General Zod versus Superman. Well, I gotta face the fact, 1980s Superman 2 didn't have quite the good effects as it does now, but it was one of the first real superhero battles. Well, and that's what made it unique. Where 2013 Superman, Man of Steel was good, but they relied too much on CGI, and there's no real tension to build up to it. Where even in the beginning, where General Zod and Jor-El fight, he's beaten down instantly by Superman. I mean, what's it going to be like when if he could be beaten easily by Jor-El? What's it going to be like when he fights Superman? No real excitement and build up there. Now, the death of Zod, where I got to give that one to Man of Steel, because where after in Superman 2, where after he depowers Zod, he just grabs him and throws him down a block of ice. Where in Man of Steel, Superman is forced to kill Zod to protect a family, which he was almost tempted to burn to death with his heat vision, and I think he gives a very real reaction here, like you see here, and I thought that was good acting by Henry Cavill. So I guess Man of Steel gets this one. Now, I like the way that Man of Steel doesn't try to be like 1978 Superman, although there are in spots it pays homage. Okay, that's my video of Superman versus Man of Steel. Well, I gotta say, this is a draw, because I think both films tell the origins of Superman in their own way. I mean, even though I think one film does better than the other in spots, but I'm gonna say they are both good in their own way, so that's my conclusion. See you later.